WXII 12 News. This is special coverage of the coronavirus impact.
Had to tell my Aunt Ruth through a window over the telephone that her husband had passed away. That was hard. That was very hard.
A local World War II veteran has died from the coronavirus. Now some of his relatives are sick. The important message this veteran's family wants you to hear. It has been 1 month since the first COVID-19 case was reported in North Carolina. Since then, more than 2,000 people have tested positive. Governor Roy Cooper is ordering people to stay at home. And this is going to be the first weekend that executive order is in place. There are COVID-19 cases in every single county in our viewing area. In all, there are nearly 300 cases in the Piedmont Triad. This is a chart showing the counties with the most cases. Guilford, Forsyth, and Davidson counties are each reporting more than 50 cases. And of those cases, 11 people in our area have died. One of those people was a 90-year-old World War veteran from Forsyth County. Richard Calkins' family spoke to our Mayor Stutz today, and it turns out he wasn't the only person in the family to get sick.
Today over Facebook Messenger, I spoke with John Wayne. He fought back tears telling me about his uncle, Richard Calkins, and the virus he now calls a silent killer. With his mind now flooded with memories, John told us about his Uncle Richard and Aunt Ruth Calkins. He says they were like his second parents.
They'd give you the shirt off their back. They, at 90 and 91, they never had no children. They was very giving people.
The two were married 63 years and lived life to the fullest. Richard, an Army World War II veteran, traveled the world and worked for 20 years at R.J. Reynolds.
He didn't let no dust settle underneath him. He was on the go.
John says on Friday, a couple of falls landed his uncle in the hospital at Forsyth Medical Center. John says Richard didn't have any symptoms of the coronavirus when he arrived, but quickly developed pneumonia and tested positive for COVID-19.
Oh my God, what's going on? Where did you get it? How did you get it?
John says those questions still go unanswered. He told us about their last phone call on Sunday afternoon, since hospitals aren't allowing most visitors.
I told him to hurry up and get well and get out of there. We had some restaurants we had to visit.
Less than 12 hours later, Richard died.
People, this stuff is real. It's a killer. It's a silent killer.
And he's not just referring to his uncle.
Got a call just 8 o'clock this morning from Mountain View, Novant at Mountain View. My test had came back, and I had tested positive. Me, my daughter, and my son-in-law, us three have tested positive.
Now feeling better, John says it took 10 days to receive his own test results.
Just a whole lot worse than the flu. Everything on you hurts.
But what hurt the most was this. Because of dementia, Ruth Calkins lives alone in a nursing home.
Had to tell my Aunt Ruth through a window over the telephone that her husband had passed away. That was hard. That was very hard.
Partly because John said Richard recently decided to move into the nursing home to be with his wife.
Please take it seriously. It killed my Uncle Richard at 90. Don't let you be the next person, please.
The current stay-at-home order prevents the family from holding a normal service, so the plan now is to hold a memorial, hopefully in a few months. Reporting in Winston-Salem, Meredith Stutz, WXII 12 News.
Meredith, thank you for showing us the names and the faces behind these numbers. 10 other people from our area have died from the coronavirus. They lived in Guilford, Davie, Montgomery, Randolph, Rockingham, and Wilkes counties. A Davidson County deputy has tested positive for COVID-19. A spokesman says that deputy's been out sick for nearly 2 weeks now, and the health department doesn't believe that they had any close contact with people while symptomatic and working. That deputy will not go back to work until they've been cleared by a doctor. The state treasurer is out of the hospital. Meanwhile, doctors at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center treated Dale Falwell for a severe cough related to COVID-19. He was diagnosed with the virus last week. A spokesperson says Falwell is doing better and will continue recovering at home. Well, some hospitals and doctors' offices are running out of medical supplies and protective gear. Governor Roy Cooper says the state received 3 shipments from the Strategic National Stockpile, but he says that's only a third of what he requested. The governor says emergency management teams are now working around the clock to find equipment, but he says there simply isn't enough to go around. The governor, meanwhile, is asking manufacturing companies to shift their production to help with supplies. Bosong Medical and Ashboro is making cloth face masks. The company is still waiting for the CDC to test their product, to make sure it meets federal specifications. The goal is to make at least 500,000 masks a month and start shipping them out in the next few days. This coronavirus outbreak is impacting everyone in different ways. Job loss, of course, is a big one. We're still getting calls from many of you who say you can't file for unemployment, and we're trying to get some answers for you. The state says they're working to fix the issues, but as Bill O'Neill explains, some people still aren't getting through.
We know exactly how many people have filed for unemployment. We have no idea how many have not been able to do so. Earlier this week, we introduced you to 2 women who lost their jobs and, despite repeated efforts, have not been able to file for unemployment benefits. Jerry Merritt, a financial analyst in the manufacturing industry, says she continues to have no luck despite making another 35 calls this morning. Angela Simmons, on the other hand, says while she never got through, her roommate did. She piggybacked on that call to finally speak with someone at the Employment Security Commission.
I would like to give a shout out to the people that we did talk to yesterday and the people we talked to today. They were awesome.
So does that mean you're going to get your benefits?
No, not yet.
The same day that we spoke with Jerry and Angela, Governor Cooper tried to assure laid-off workers the employment security staff was doing everything it could.
They're working very hard to make sure we get this money out to people.
The governor announced that North Carolina was adding a second call center and a new online server to handle the demand.
We understand that for the people who've lost their job, the help can't get there soon enough.
Yesterday, a spokesman for the unemployment office announced they were adding 350 workers and modifying the phone system to improve capacity.
We know that a lot of people have had problems accessing our system or getting through on the phones. This is not acceptable.
Meantime, Angela Simmons continues to wait for her benefits. They give you any idea as to when?
No. She said to check back next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Angela Simmons says she has reached a point where she's not going to let it bother her anymore. In Greensboro, I'm Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.
Nationally, the U.S. economy lost a total of 101,000 jobs in March, bringing a record 10-year streak of employment gains to an end. Well, if you need to file for unemployment in North Carolina, look for the resources page on our website, WXII12.com. We've included a link to the state's Department of Commerce. It's almost strawberry picking season here in North Carolina, and it's a tradition for a lot of families, especially in our area. But as Leanne Dinier explains, the coronavirus has some farmers wondering whether people will come at all.
On a gorgeous day like this time of year, you might be thinking, let's pack up the family and go to one of our local strawberry farms. And here's the thing, that's exactly what they want you to do. Since the 1960s, Christy Mae Rogers and her family have grown strawberries at their Walnut Cove farm.
The berries don't care whether coronavirus is here. They're coming regardless.
Farms like Maeve's have adjusted practices this year as states like North Carolina grapple with the ongoing COVID-19 crisis.
The one thing that we local farmers need to make everyone aware of is we are a seasonal business. We're not like the grocery store that continues. If you don't come out to us and get these berries, we may not be here next year.
The North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services has praised North Carolina strawberry farmers for their adjustments, many of which rely on U-Pick operations to generate income.
This year, they're taking extra measures, so putting in extra hand washing stations, having their employees use gloves, absolutely not allowing any sick employees on the farm whatsoever, and giving a lot of customers the option for curbside pickup.
Strawberries are a $21.3 million industry, according to the state, and North Carolina, the third largest strawberry producer in the country. But for farmers, though, it's more than just business.
If anything gives you hope, it's seeing those berries bloom and seeing that life goes on, and we all need to continue that.
Farms are considered essential business, especially ones that sell fresh produce and other food.
Please don't forget our farms.
Mabes expects to start selling curbside in the next 2.5 to 3 weeks. In Greensboro at Bernie's Berries tomorrow, Saturday, they're going to be selling strawberries from 10 o'clock until they run out. They say they hope to see you there. Back to you.